people that they don't used to forgive something. When they want something, they must get it.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name, once again, remains Mazi, Jonathan Chinedu from our province of Biafra land. And we are here live and direct. Today is the 4th day of January 2025. Tata Bo Obochinkwo. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you. Please to welcome your friends and well-wishers. I beg you, even your enemies, welcome them in order to listen to this voice of liberation. This is Radio Biafra, a revolutionary radio that is established for both mental and physical liberation, mental and physical emancipation. Because having a paper independent or a flag independent without accompanying it with mental independence, it will end up like Nigeria. You know, Mazi Namdekano, our leader, kept on hammering this, that what matters most is mental liberation, mental freedom. Once you are freed mentally, you start thinking in another way, and that thought and behavior will manifest in action. That is the way the Europeans reached the type of civilization today, which you are enjoying as you are listening to me from the different parts of Western Europe. You know, ask yourself, how do these people able to achieve this type of civilization? For your information, as you may know, civilization is the most advanced form of human behavior. The most form of human behavior, that is civilization. Therefore, you ask yourself, how are these people, the Europeans you are living and working, able to achieve this type of civilization? Just let us start with, you know, you are today in Europe, in Western Europe, mostly. You are in Japan. You are in South Korea. You are in Canada. You are in America. And you are able to get a job. Ask yourself, why? The president there is not from your tribe, is not even from your race. Is a white person, is from America, is an American, is a Canadian, is a Spanish. Nothing concerns him with Africa, talk less of from your village. Now, you ask, why are you a stranger able to be there and have something doing, being able to pay your bills? You are working in a strange country, being able to pay your bills and even solve your problems and myriads of problems at home, be sending money to your people at home. Can't you ask yourself why? Why are these people able to achieve this? But the president is not an Igbo man. The president is not a Yoruba, neither Hausa or Fulani or Idoma. No, he's not an African. But there is a space for you. Don't you ask yourself why? because these people understand it earlier that the only way to go is building a system viable for everybody, a system that could accommodate everybody, not personal experience or personal interest. No. Are you getting where I'm going? Not to pray, not to praying to Jesus that will give you, only you, give you money, make you don't fall into accident, and others can go to hell, die of accident. You don't care. You go testimony. Do you see the difference? You know, let me say this. We are confronted with the reality that we should learn, realities of life that is embedded in our surroundings, in happenings everywhere around us every day. That is natural. But we are not observant enough to understand or to be curious enough in order to ask questions, have a retrospect, have a rethink, and try to observe and find out. You know, when we talk about going back to our roots, our tradition and culture is embedded in knowledge, not belief, in knowledge. Omenala is about observing nature. Nature. Because nature is due process, how things work. When you see the whole, the technological advancement, cut-edge advancement, right from time, from crude to today's cut-edge advancement and still advancing technologically, that human beings have achieved is from observing nature. I don't know whether people understand what I mean. When you observe how things work, how nature functions in one way or the other, now you either try to find a way to upset it or to make it work more, or you create it artificially using how nature works. That is knowledge. The Europeans moved away from belief to knowledge, seeking for knowledge. Seeking for knowledge. And that is what makes them to be as advanced as they are today. And you are enjoying the fruit of their labor. You are enjoying the fruit of their labor. You know why I love Japan? Japan was like Africa before. The same way Europe invaded Africa, that's the same way they invaded Japan. Asia countries, mostly Japan. I'm talking about Japan as a case study. But what happened? They themselves, the Japanese, now understood and said, look, yes, these people, they are more advanced technologically than us, but they replicated. They didn't fall for the Europeans. They fought to remain or to retain their cultures, their culture and tradition, and now use their blueprint, their own initiative to develop. They developed and they innovated what they have before, right from time immemorial. They developed and advanced what their ancestors kept for them. They told the Europeans that, look, the standard of development, yes, you are more advanced. It's not natural. Some could be more advanced technologically, but we learn, and now we use our initiative to better and innovate what our ancestors left for us. And that is the best development, the best advancement. Whereas our people were subdued, the Africans were subdued, first through slavery, and after, now they brought the European culture in the name of religion and infected us with that virus. And that virus is what we are suffering today. That is why we are trying to, first of all, remove ourselves or sanitize our mentalities of this virus first, so that we become free thinkers. Once you see yourself as a free thinker, you are, you are free. You feel something, a weight, move away from your body. You are free. You are no more controlled by fear. As somebody said, if you kill religion in your life, Satan will die. I believe it 100%. I believe that statement. You kill religion in your life, Satan dies. And once Satan dies, you are free. Now you become a free thing. Now you go back to start observing nature, trying to query everything. That is what our leader started here. He said, question everything, subject everything to the altar of reason. Let me tell you, the African awakening is here. The African awakening is here. That is why what I played before, the clip I played, and now I'm talking about that their eyes are now opening about the ills the Fulani brought to them as colonialists, colonizers, imperial power, the Fulani. You know, our leader, Onyendu, he started here, we started calling House of Fulani, and we started making researches and found out that, look, there is nothing like House of Fulani. Do you remember when I used to, at the first early stage of my broadcasting from till even last year, every day, once I come on air, I used to make it as a preamble that there is nothing like House of Fulani. Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten? Because we need to drill it into the mindset of even the Hausas. And now they know, they are catching up. You know, things start in a little way. Things start in a little way, but people don't know. You know, our people, many of our people think that everything must be done immediately. Once they don't see that type of, result, spontaneous result that they hope for, that nothing is working, which is lie. You know, our people, we are accustomed to jumping cutting corners. Our people, we are accustomed to cutting corners, jumping line, getting results now, mercantile mentality. That is why whenever you are doing something, no, okay, if that's okay, it cannot happen. They don't think of long term. That is the difference. That is the difference. An awakened mindset continues for a long time. That is why we are Igbo people, Igbo Biafrans in general. They are very bad in politics. I am telling you. What they are looking at is now. Oh, what do you think? IPOB is not, the leadership is no more. We don't know what they're doing. Yes, look at, when are you people going to get there that you are Biafra? Every time you are talking Biafra. When are you? They thought that once you, with that sentiment, immediately you say, okay, Biafra, now we come, okay. They don't know that things must pass through its due process. Water maintains its level. It flows, maintains its level. It is natural. All you need to do, we continue doing what you're doing. Not to satisfy, make you happy. Temporarily happy. That is what is killing our people. We need the result now. what we are seeing now is we judge on what we are seeing now. You don't go down and say, what of in the next 5 years? Okay, what about 10 years? What about 20 years? Even if after us, after this generation, what about generations coming? No, they don't think about it. And that is why we are very bad in politics. That is why many of us still retain that primitive selfishness. It started from Azikiwe. Azikiwe was in Nigeria as a, something he can manipulate. That's why he didn't even have time to negotiate anything. What now make on a go. That is his main concern first. Hey, Britain, make they go anything they want. Let them negotiate. Not be Ahmad Bello. Who is he to me in education? I want need to honor. And this is to honor being proud of what you can do. It has advantage and disadvantages. No. As Kiwe did it, he underrated his competitors. He underrated Ahmad Bello. And this has been our mentality for so long. But why don't you think? Why? What is the you stay here quiet time, you reason many things. One of the worst things also being superstition or superstitious. Many of our people. No, they did their homework very well. We didn't do. So, when our people start, remember, I'm happy for IPOB. I'm telling you, I'm happy. Many fundamentally flawed ways our people used to reason and even call here on Radio Biafra and start talking. Many of these things have been understood by our people. They no longer talk like we were talking 5 years ago when they call on Radio Biafra. And it gives me joy. No, it's not that. No. They did their homeworks very well. And we don't. So politically, they are wiser. When Azikiwe was only looking at that his time, his lifetime, that he's so educated, he knew how to maneuver, he can outsmart Ahmad Bello. So he didn't pay any attention on the negotiation between Britain and Ahmad Bello. What Ahmad Bello is asking, or was asking that time Britain to do, the conditions he posed before he joined Nigeria. Azikiwe didn't care, because what his interest is only for him to be the president of that big country called Nigeria, to become his excellency, the first president of Nigeria. That is the only thing. That is where his own knowledge ends. He did not think and calculate, this is my action. Okay, what this man and the British are doing, these people, they set up many things here. They created Nigeria. If I allow Ahmad Bello to continue negotiating, cutting deals with Britain, it can be hard for us in the future, because Britain will help him get everything, every deal they cut, every deal. And my people will become servants in their own land, or slaves in their own land. How is the situation going to be if Britain gives majority I call it natural majority to the Fulani Caliphate. He didn't think about that. What covers his eyes is that, nah, I will be the president, and that is it. Is the same thing not still going on? That is why on come Wednesday, on the 8th of January 2025, I will be here on this Hello platform with Mazi Azayoba by 7:30 BT, 7:30 p.m. BT, in order to discuss about the mental, the mental state of a Biafran politician or a Biafran in power. That is because this thing used to give me concern, because Ima Abambo Otonogwe Aboebo Otonogwe Ogwe Kato Ka Apianako. That is, I used to think about it. Yes, we are shouting this and that, but yes, but why should politicians mostly Igbo politicians, be committing the same error till today? That is why I want us to prod. Let us prod and enter into the mindset of average Igbo Biafran with political power. Let us talk about it. These are things that are worth discussion or worth discussing. From look at them, the antecedents, our antecedents. From Nnamdi Azikiwe to Agi Ironsi. From Nnamdi Azikiwe to the coup plotters. From coup plotters to Agi Ironsi that foiled the coup, Igbo man, and declared, erase anything about regionalism. Igbo man. Nigeria. We need to talk about this. Why is it so? Why is it so? He don't think about tomorrow. He never thinks about the action. I am in position of political power. My actions and inactions will affect my people in the Nigeria setting. He don't think and question himself. What if I go right? How will it affect my people in the next 10, 20, 30, 40, even when I'm gone? They don't do that. Look at another Ifulefu, Gassia Okalo. I saw where he said, this is the only time after 54 years that Tinubu is the only president that remember the Igbo people. Because he is a member of the cabinet or senator. He said he is a 60th person. Because he is being put there. So for him, once he is there, once on the research with Tinubu, now he covers every woman just for him. Do you see? That is why I have been asking this question. How is the mindset of Igbo Biafrans in power? I'm seeing immaturity, completely immaturity in politics. When you are conducting politics or mercantile politics, only you, once you are okay, you cover it with that every Igbo man is okay. So he doesn't care. You don't mind. So continue. You praise the Tinubu. Look at the interview of Dave Omahi with Channels Television or TVC News. He continued praising his boss. Oh, my boss is you praise him. No, because he is enjoying. He is called. He's appointed a minister. So anything that is happening to the people, we don't care. So Tinubu is the best. Or do you see how Igbo politicians they reason? And I check it, it has become the order of the day for Igbo, which is very wrong. That is why I pose that question for us to discuss the mindset of Igbo Biafran with political power. Let us try to understand what is in there. Because when you check the antecedents, it doesn't encourage you. Till today, nothing encourages you. Nothing. So it makes me question many things sometimes. I'm telling you. But we must continue. So, you see what we have been talking about. There's nothing like House of Fulani. I listened to the expositions or media chat of the Nigerian general when he said many things. And let me play it again. Let me play what he said. I played it before. Let me play it again to bring out something before we continue. Let me play it again.
What is going on in the Northwest is the Hausa Fulani fight. You know, we don't mention it.
What is going on in the Northwest? But I take it in the whole of the North. You know, this is, whatever we say here is gospel. We have been saying that the Fulani, we started revealing the colonization mentality of the Fulani. The Fulani entered Nigeria as tenants. They just came through headsmen as cattle rearers through the Sahel. They entered Nigeria and settled. They saw that they could stay there. Morning children, and they born somebody called Ottoman Danfodio. His parents were tenants in Hausaland, in Gobi Empire. In Gobi. Later on, this boy grew up to be a man and studied Quran. That is the holy book of Islam. And now he entered into action, started preaching Quran to people that have been Muslims even before his parents were born, because many Hausas and other indigenous people there in the north were even Muslims before the arrival of Ottoman Danfodio's parents. But now he started preaching to them the radical Islam, preaching to them that, look, you have no communion with an unbeliever, an infidel. Even if that infidel is your brother, your blood brother, your mother, your king, you have nothing in common with him. He's either a Muslim and you go with him as a Muslim, or he's an infidel, you kill him. That is the division religion used to bring to a people. Foreign religion, very, very trickish, with imperial mindsets, colonization mindsets. They will first of all bring division among people that we are in harmony. Before the Hausas, few of them were Muslims, yes. Many of them we are traditional or traditionalists, because that time Christianity never even arrived. Now Ottoman Benfedio saw the opportunity, and he saw that they were keen, listening. They were mesmerized in his teaching. And he put the highest gear. He went to the king's palace. He was invited, after all, by the king to start teaching his children and his other people, the population, Quran. And he now saw an opportunity. He started teaching them hatred against their own, to change the way they reason. Ottoman Danfodio now started teaching Hausa people hatred, to hate their own brothers. Because the only way the colonizer, you know, they are very smart. The only way they are always successful, they can be successful, is to divide the brothers. Do you remember King Mvemba of Bakongo? Do you remember the story? When he thought that the civilization, like many of our people today, the mindset, when you talk to some people, what does religion bring to our land? This foreign religion. They say, no, it bring civilization. If I listen, it pains me a lot. I'm telling you, it pains me, because ignorance is a very big disease. Ignorance can kill you. Ignorance is a big killer. I am telling you honestly, because whatever you don't know is bigger than you. But information, right information, can save your life. So they'll be telling you, no, this religion brought civilization to us. So I asked, so before we didn't have civilization? We had civilization, though it was not as advanced as the Europeans. But we can advance it by ourselves. You know, in my Facebook timeline, I reposted a video of a boy. Somebody sent it to me. Then I reposted it on my timeline. A young man. And I read the comments of people. Very lovely. Some things we took as ikeikan for granted. Things that we are started by our ancestors for hundreds, if not thousands of years back. And we cannot add value, innovate it. Who is to be blamed? Now tell me. It is we. It is we that should be blamed. It is we that should be blamed for not innovating what was there or what has been there. Unlike the Japanese, they innovated what was there in their land. So, that, do you know, by now, by now we would have been building, you know, been having electronic I call it for climbing trees, palm, you know, that maybe once you press it, you will just carry you go up, and you will think in a sexy way. It becomes attractive when you send it out. People will be foreigners will be even buying it from us. Electronic when you press, you use the remote, you press, you enter a palm, carry you go up, you know. But we continue blaming our ancestors. They did this, they did evil, so we don't have civilization. Whoever that is yabbing his parents, his father and mother, is yabbing himself to his shame. I am telling you. That is the reality. So, Somebody is telling me that radio, the program has been going off and on. Please, I need confirmation whether let me see. I don't know. My dashboard, my indicators, everything is correct. But somebody is now inboxing me that the radio is not functioning well. Let me see. I don't know. Mazi, I don't know. Please, my voice, I think my voice is coming out clear. I checked on community radio. My voice is coming out clear. Yes. Sometimes when you have problem on your this thing, please, you check your system. Don't think here is, I think, let me get confirmation. Let me see. Because when you complain, he used to, okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. He used to knock me off. I say, oh, so what I was saying, it wasn't coming out. Okay, okay, thank you. No, I'm coming out clear. It is coming out very, very clear, please. Any person that is not hearing, check your system. Check your system. So check your, yes, I have confirmations from many people that my voice is coming out clear. Yeah. So we must continue, as I was saying. Now, the civilizations we have until we are born, what happened to it? Our forefathers has been living. If not, we wouldn't have been born. Because people without civilization is a people without life. That is it. A people without civilization is completely a people without life. So, this is, is brainwashing. The Europeans scripted this. They continue hammering to us through their missionaries that what we are doing, our ancestors are evil. They continue. Mongo Park, discover River Niger, Mariceloso, stop the killing of you people are evil before we came. And they continue teaching it to us right from childhood. If they convert you as an Igbo person, these are the things they will continue nailing into your head until it becomes part of you. That is why when I see this, our people, I'm no more annoyed with them because I know it's a script. They continue to the same thing. But when you check, you see that the people that committed the most heinous crimes, one, the Europeans, they committed the most heinous crimes, genocides, one, of themselves, two, of foreigners. But all of a sudden, they are saints, and we are the bad guys. They made us, we see ourselves to be evil, that our ancestors are evil. So I see it now. I know before I used to be annoyed, but today I understand. I understand. I understand that it is a program, and that is why we take it easy. Conviction is the watchword. You make people to reason, if they can, to stop and reason. Now, let's go back to what I was playing. Because today, as I was saying, I will take it easy. I will take it easy. Before, we are talking about what was known in Nigeria is a house of Fulani. You know, the Fulani, they are parasites. They went and attached themselves to the Hausa. They came as mosquito. They attached themselves. Now change the name. Instead of Hausa, they say no, na House of Fulani, House of Fulani. Until everybody became accustomed to it. They put it in Wikipedia, put it in everywhere. In Google, House of Fulani. From there now, they start growing Fulani artificially. Oh, Fulani is before it was 0.5%. After 2 years, it's 1.5%. Buhari entered into power, it becomes immediately jumped to 6%. Now they started growing it artificially, so that in the next 10 years, now they will be competing. They will know. They will say no. There are 4 major tribes in Nigeria, no more 3. They will put Fulani and Hausa. That is how they go. But it's a pity that our people are not political enough to understand how these people function. That is why I started campaigning that there is nothing like House of Fulani. There is nothing like House of Fulani. It is just an artificial creation in order to confuse both the Hausas and other indigenous people in Nigeria. Because, you know, colonizers, they come with confusion. They come, they think you finish, you start even doubting yourself. That's why our people, you ask some of our people, they are saying, no, our ancestors are nothing. They were non-entities. They were this. It's a program, it's a foreign program being put in our heads. First of all, colonizer, they come, they put confusion inside you. It's just like in a war front. The enemies, they come, the surprise attack. The soldiers will be in disarray, finish. They will surround everybody, kill everybody. That is how colonialists work. They first of all come and start making you to hate your brother, hate your friend, hate your ancestors. Now, once they know that once they remove you from your shell, from your natural habitat, you are dead, you are vulnerable. You are in their hands. They can now use you, toss you around. Anything they tell you, you say yes, sir. It's like that, sir. You start growing with it. That's why, even in the Bible, when, according to the Bible story, which I call Freemason puzzles, some people don't want to use here, but it's truth. When Jesus met Peter, he was a fisherman. He said, what are you are killing fish. Stop killing fish. Fish is of no use. Come, I make you killers of men. People don't understand that. No, stop fishing. Stop catching fishes. Stop removing fish from their natural habitat. Because a fisherman is a fish killer. Oh, you understand that? No, emotion will not allow you to decode the message there. No, it will not allow you. Mana ọkwa na onye tọ ntị n'ala ya anụ umewa ndanda. Yeah, no, you know that you will hear that even ants make noise. Why did he call a fisherman and say, come, I will make you fishers of men? A fisherman kills fish. He said, instead of you killing fish, I will make you now be killing human beings, making them to be vulnerable, to be sheep. Turning human being into zombie toro, so that you use their brain as you want. Is it not what you are seeing today in our land? Everything is there. You know, a puzzle, all this Freemason puzzle is decoding secret meanings in simple words, day-to-day words. which you listen, you read, you pass it by, you interpret it in another. You don't know that there is secret, it has secret meanings. That is what you call Freemason. This Freemason, they have secret knowledge. What you are seeing as a normal thing, normal reading, when they read, they code their this in there. You don't know. How do you think that they call somebody to be, from being fisherman to be, fisherman to be, how can I call it man? Because fisherman, killer of fish, he become killer of man. He kill you physically, no, but he kills you, mentally. A fisherman, he brings out once you remove the fish from their tradition, from their natural habitat, which is water, you have killed that fish. The same way they tell you, I will make you fishers of men. Once you remove a man, an Igbo man, out of his culture, you have done the same thing a fisherman does to a fish. You remove him from his natural habitat. Now you remove a man, an Igbo man, telling him that your ancestors are evil, your culture is evil, everything is evil, so come, follow me. And he will now go, the whole thing, he will now tell you that all these things are you have made him vulnerable. He will start following you like zombie. You tell him that Jesus will heal you. He say yes. He now believe instead of knowledge. He follow you like Toro. Before he heals you, you have to pay your first salary of the year, as many people are going to pay this January. And he believe you because he's vulnerable in your hands. You have turned the person to be a dead fish. In terms of human being, as it is not direct killing, physical killing, you have turned the person into a sheep. And it is written there, the same Freemason puzzles, that look, my sheep hear my voice. How I wish our people's mental eye will be opened, and they will try to understand the magnanimity of what has been infused on us. So, you see, let me continue. So, this Fulani and the Hausa, the Ottoman Danfodio came to Gobir, where you call today Sokoto. The original name was Gobi, G-O-B-I-R. Some call it Gobiri. That was the original Hausa name, the Shehu of Gobiri. He turned the people using religion, turned Ishiha into orography, turned the brother against brother, turned the subjects against the king, turned even the king's children, he turned them against their father. King's prince, he turned them against their father. That this your father. What is the name again? That is, yes, he's professing to be a Muslim, but he used to visit unbelievers. So you can kill him. You strike him and put another real Muslim, King Yunfa. And as he has used religion to turn them, remove them from their natural habitat, the houses, he has now removed them from their natural habitat, which is their traditions and culture. Because before the advent of Ottoman Danfodio, yes, many were Muslims, but they were not radical Muslims. They go through their traditions and cultures. Memo Bodopota, all of them partake. Islam is not this type of jihadist Islam that is reigning now. Remember, this type of Islam was brought to West Africa by the Fulani. It is history. It's historical. It's a historical fact. So they now say, it's true. They now turned against themselves. before there was heated arguments and confusion inside them. That is the vulnerability. And Ottoman Danfodio see that, look, the thing is working. He put the next gear, quoting Quran for them. That your brother is your Muslim brother. Any person that is a Muslim, it doesn't matter whether it's from Tibet or from China or from Saudi Arabia. He is your brother more than your blood brother, that's the same father, the same mother. As long as that person is an infidel or he doesn't believe, he's not a Muslim and Islamic as you. So he put division. Before the report could reach the king that this man is causing confusion in your kingdom, the man has done a he has put very big mess in Hausa land. Now King Yufa sacked him. He ran away into desert with some Hausa people. From there now, he gathered them and said, look, Hausa. He's the only person, there's only few Fulani, only him, with maybe one or two other Fulani, only. Now they commandeered Hausa, groups of Hausa people to come and fight against their own. From 1804, 4 years of war, the Hausas killed themselves for a stranger. And that is what the Hausas are suffering till today. Today their eyes are now opening. And what you are seeing is the same fight. The Hausas are now trying to take their lives back. It's not easy. Let me continue playing. The Nigerian general said it. He said that what is going on he said Northwest, but I said the whole North, is the fight between the Hausa and the Fulani. That is what is going on. He said they don't mention it. Nobody mentions it. Nobody mentions it, but it's what has been going on. The Hausas are rising up. Their eyes are now open because before they were blinded. Let me continue without preempting. Let me continue. Just listen.
Fulani man feels going on in the Northwest is the Hausa Fulani fight. We don't mention it. That is the bottom line. The Fulani man feels anytime he comes to town, he's molested, he's killed. The Hausa man believes that the Fulani man using his headsmen enters his farm and destroys his crops. So it's been a long time, I'm sure you're aware, it's been a long time issue that had not been addressed. So it's a political issue.
The difference between Fulani and the Hausa is that
I think this is an Hausa boy talking. Listen.
Fulani, they have their own tribe. They have their own language. Yes. The way they speak is different from Hausa. Yes. If you listen to a Fulani man speaking, yes, with the way Hausa man will speak, yes, they are quite different. Yes. But what makes them to become one is that religion. They came with that religion and they said to them they are one. But yes, it's good that religion make you one. But
then let me ask, does religion really make you one? The answer is no. Foreigners come from God knows where, from Jeddah or from Rome. They now come, put confusion, tell you to hate your brother. Oh, you are my new brother. You have nothing to do, you have nothing in common with any unbeliever. It goes to that, what I was saying. They remove you from your natural habitat, and you become vulnerable. You become a weapon in the hands of these foreigners against your brother. And they make you believe that, oh, we are one. Remember in Igbo land, when you study the introduction or the Christianization of Igbo land, what happened? We have our laws. We have our laws in our land. For people to understand, let me say this. What you call alosi is just like law. Because in order to organize a people or continue organizing a people, there must be law and order. There must be something people are afraid. There must be ideological coherence that binds people today, binds people together. As today we are saying that Biafra is our religion. When you are dealing with somebody, once you say, na Chineke cable, you know, that thing, that word, now that word have shown you that now you is the same, you and him have the same ideology. So you feel that bond pass through. That current of bond pass through you, and you feel it, and the person will feel it. That is it. Now, according to Chinua Achebe's novel, things fall apart. They saw that we are a people that are binded together. That if they come without separating us piece by piece, that no way, that they are not going to succeed. Now they have to instigate that division. What do? They start their so-called missionary. People that were ostracized in the community. People that were pursued, because in our land, as there was no prison that time, Igbos, we have, according to our tradition, we have different types of punishments depending on the crime. There are crimes that the person must leave the land, him and the family. They will leave the land and go exile. There are some crimes that needs the person who stayed, he can stay there in the village or in the community, but he will be ostracized. Either he or the whole family will be ostracized. You know, ostracization or ostracism means you be in the midst of people, but you are isolated. No person salutes you. If you salute people, if you salute any villager, he will not answer you. Morning, afternoon, night. You go to market, no person says to you something. If you sell, no person buys from you. If, for example, you go to fetch water, no person helps you to carry your udu, your gallon, put on your head. And no person will never allow you to touch his thing. So you are with people, but you are alone. It's a punishment. It's just like prison. For you will be crying for your crime, apologizing until the time they give you. If it is 1 month or 1 year, depending. Now, before there are things you will do, now they bring you back, welcome you back to the family, to the village. The Europeans went to those people. They know that, look, that this type of people, they are annoyed. Yes, they committed crime, but they are annoyed against even the village in one way. Just like, as we may know, if any people that commit a misdemeanor, one crime or the other, or any type of disobedience that warrants pursuing, sacking from IPOB, the person will be sacked. And Mazi the Kano sibling, Kanonta will go. They will scavenge for that person and go and bring. They know that that person will be sad. So they will go and take him. That is exactly the way Christianity started in our land. They go and take him. Say, now, what you see what I'm telling you? Is, you know, by that time, he will be annoyed against the leadership, against IPOB. Now they will take that advantage and pick him up. Come, let us work together. These people, leave them. I tell you, now you see, you know, now he become one of them. Before you know, you'll be on Facebook talking this and that, and this and that. That is exactly, I want to give you the synopsis, the example of what they did in our land. They first of all went to these people that committed crime in our land, ostracized, exiled, serving one type of punishment or the other. They go and meet them. What happened? Why are these people not talking to you? He said, no, it's according to our culture and our tradition. I slept with my brother's wife and they have to ostracize me because it's evil in my land. The man said, no. The missionary said, come. There is a God that born child in our land. He said, once I am a priest, I am his representative. No person have the right to condemn you. You should never be condemned. Who have the right to judge you? It is only God. As you are talking to that person, he will say yes, because he needs something. He needs friendship. He needs something to save face. He needs where to belong, because he was pursued from his land, just like a prisoner. Do you remember? If I'm telling you something, I want, I used to like to bring this thing to the lowest term so that everybody will understand what I'm saying. Do you remember 2020 during NSAS protests? Do you remember? Now, when the failed revolution was going on, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was on air in order to motivate Nigerian youths. I could remember some people from jail one day, whether in Warri jail or in Delta, I don't know, I've forgotten, or Edo, something like that. They come, they say, even whether they are not Igbo self, they don't get, because he needs freedom. He was a prisoner. He said, Mazi, Oga, we have stayed here. We want, once we come out, we go and join. Please, you tell people, come and help us break this place. I could remember it vividly. From jail. He said, as I'm talking to you, I'm calling from so jail. I've forgotten the jail. Because he was in jail. He was suffering. Though he committed crime. So he don't care where help come. Anything he call help for him to get away from that place. That is the same way the people that we are sentenced to different types of punishments in our land. That is the same way they were scavenged by the missionaries. They went to them. They said, no. Who are these people? What did you do? He said, okay. Well, come. Once, kneel down. Say after me, Lord Jesus, I've confessed. And in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, you are forgiven. Who are you? Who is the person to judge you? No judgment. Do you see how they came? They scattered, they put confusion in our tradition, in our land. That is what they did in Hausa land. Exactly. That is what you are hearing. Exactly. So now they empower these criminals in our land. They empower them. They give them clothes, new clothes, a carry Bible, give them, start teaching them how to read and write. Say, you people are now born, you are no more sinners. You are one of us. The foreigners make you, Igbo make you, now that you are more brother to him, you start pumping hatred against your brothers in you. That these are unbelievers, these are infidels. So you see how they were. The same thing that happened in Hausa land. That's what I'm explaining. It happened in our land also. Exactly the same thing. They put the sword in our umbilical cord and things fell apart. Brother start seeing his brother as evil. People start seeing their culture now as evil. They start seeing Oyibo, a foreigner, as their real brother. Oh, we are one. You are not one, it's conquest. They are trying to remove you from your natural habitat. So you become vulnerable and weapon in their hand. They can use you in order to conquer you. That is what happened. And that is what we are trying to explain. Continue listening, please. This is what this boy is saying. He's saying here. Listen.
At the same time, if you people say I want, then why, because of the religion, you later become emir in their states. You now.
Do you see now? Do you see? This, do you see how things, how they come? Just like an elephant trying to beg a chicken. Please allow me in your hut, little hut. Rain is falling, it's snowing. It's cold out here. Please allow me just to put my tusk. Only my tusk. He said, but how can? He said, no, only my tusk I want. The little pitying chicken. We allow the elephant. Say, okay, only your tusk he put. Once he put the tusk, he said, okay, allow me, please, to put my leg. The chicken will have no other choice. As this one is putting his leg, is pushing the chicken out. The chicken will run away from his hut because it cannot contain two of them, and the elephant will take over. That is how things are. This boy is saying, as the Hausas, we are preaching that we are all one in Islam. Okay. But they now, with that sentiment, start taking political power. No, why are you removing our chiefs and installing your own as emir? He said, no. We are one, we are one in Islam. Allah said, they will quote for them in Quran. Allah say, as we are the people that brought this, we know our Quran more than you. So what do? We have to be, because we are experts in our Quran. So we have to teach you. So that is it. So little by little, for the people who think that they are bringing religion. That is why I ask. The Fulani that are bringing Islam in our land, in Ebony, converting our people. The other day I read that, I don't know whether it's truth or not, that the central mosque in Abuja, that they gave it, the main imam now is Igbo Muslim. I don't know whether that news is real or not. I don't know. But that is what I read the other time. As they are doing you think they love. Hey, no, we are one people now. They are tempting you. Bring your bro. Oh, they are treating us fine. Oh, they are good people. No, let us, it's Islam. Yes, they are doing until they see that you are now completely vulnerable. When you are fishing using line, you put a little fish or you put a worm inside the hook, you throw it inside the river. When you perceive that there is a shaking, there is fish that have swallowed the hook, you don't just bring it, you release it small. For the fish, he saw that he will be running, going inside the go, swallowing more. You will be giving him more. Take more. That is how they do. Until when you know that the hook, the fish have swallowed the hook to a place that no more. He have hooked no more. It can no longer escape it. Now you show him that you're a fisherman, you're a killer of fish. You show him you are a color. You start now dragging him to bring it outside. That is how they do. That is how they did. The Hausas suffered the same thing. And our people, we suffer the same thing too. But do we learn? That is the problem. The question is, do we learn? Can we unlearn to relearn? It's a process. Unlearning what have been pumped into your brain. It's not easy. When you are awakened, you now start unlearning. Just like when you are removing old oil, if you go to gas station to remove old engine oil from your car, they open up, we start offloading the oil, the black oil. When you now offload it, now you close and you pump in new one, you pour in new one. That is when you awaken, you know that your consciousness will be alive. Now you start saying, oh boy, you try to unlearn. It's a reverse learning. You reverse the learning. You start unlearning. After unlearning, now you start relearning. That is why when you are saying something to some people, these are things that many people have never had before. But because they see it as strange, how can you be saying this type of thing? Some of them cannot withstand it. They will close their ears and go. They will say, no, you are, hey, which kind of human being are you? You are talking this. No, I never. They will go. Some people that want to unlearn, they will start asking you question. You know, when they ask you some question, you know. Now, the person, he will not decide. He will go and start making researches, thinking, reflecting, making researches, investigating. And after, he will start seeing that, look, nah, there is truth in it. Although I never finish, but let me continue. That is how human beings should be working. A modern human being. So the Fulani, they came to Hausa land. They did to them what the missionaries did to us. They went direct, first of all, to our criminals of Igbo land. There was no prison. When they see isolated people, they go to them. Why are you? No person is talking to you in this village. Saying, nah, not so. Not so. By that time, the person will say, maybe is he a foreigner? Maybe if he can help him. He say, look at somebody that is talking to me, but the whole villagers are not talking to me. I'm ostracized. So let me profit. The person will tell him that, look, it doesn't matter how you are seen, it's as black as Erebus. No person should judge you. That is when they brought lawlessness in our land, in our mindsets. Don't judge him. No, he's a man of God. But he tried to rape somebody. They say, no, leave him. Do you know that in my our people now cover in your jaw? I'm telling you. Our people now cover in your jaw. And it's evil. Evil is evil. Oh, leave him because no, don't talk it loud. He's a man of God, he's a reverend father. Do you know how many people in Australia, how many priests have been sentenced to either fine or jail? In America, the same thing. In different European countries, the same thing. Why? Because of molestation, sexual attack on both minors and majors, females and males that near them. Some of all those episodes happened maybe 20 years back. But the people brought, do you see, advancement, laws makes people upright. You must be upright. That's why, like, you throw for example, you forget your phone in a train station in Japan today. It will not be stolen. Go tomorrow, maybe you look at it, they will call you, they'll give you back your phone. Maybe phone you bought heavy amount of money. Development is everywhere, both moral. Development goes moral. Knowledge goes, because these are people that goes through the law. They have been, you are uprighted through the law. But do it like in Nigeria. Do it like in Nigeria. Throw your wallet or your phone in a church ground, in a church multitude. Abon. Na miracle. Hey, God, as I pray now, God, don't butter my bread. You pick the phone, go and sell it. Maybe phone you bought 1.5 million naira. You go and sell it 200,000. Say, God, God, pastor, pray for me. Say, I must meet miracle. And I've seen it. Then what is the essence then? What is the need? Whereas the people that doesn't even know about your religion, people that are not even religious, they are more upright. They take the phone, they see it, they go and keep it, go and keep it in the police station. The police will take it and see how to contact you. For example, I'm giving an example. But there, the people don't go to prayer. They don't go to mountains to pray. They don't go to call, do fasting and prayer. They don't go night vigil because that is the system they have created. They have their own system, their own natural system. That is it. So this boy, he's got there. If you see in Nigerian talking like this, maybe an Hausa man or one of all those tribes, all those indigenous tribes that is not Hausa but is not Fulani. There are more tribes in the north than in the south. Much more. It's true. If they can be now speaking like this, know all this, which means continue listening.
A state that is supposed to be ruled, governed by a Hausa man, when you go to Kano, when you go to Kasina, they even extended into Sokoto. You even go to Kaduna, you will see it's a Fulani man. Yeah. It's a place that is supposed to be dominated, it's supposed to be ruled by the people of that state. By the people of that state, but you will see a Fulani man become. So Fulani man, their play, for me, it's like they betray them. For me, that's for me. For me, it's like they come with a deception.
That is conquest. Religion is a tool for conquest. Complete. It's not because in our African culture, you don't preach your culture. That is what they call religion. You don't preach it to another race. Maybe you go to Yoruba land, start telling them, believe in Amadioha. He is your savior. He is all and all. He is the only way to Chukwu Abiyama. No. Rather, you go to a foreign place, you even ask how, like Ojemba. I don't know people that know this program they call Ojemba Enwiro. In the 80s and 90s in IBC, Imo Broadcasting Corporation. Any place you go, any community you go, first of all, try to understand you respect them. You respect their culture. Respect their pantheon, anything. You don't go to any place and start preaching to them that your own culture is the ultimate, is the superior. All these things you are doing is evil. No, we don't have it. We didn't have it in Africa at all. Everybody has the real freedom of worship, freedom of, because we believe that you are born with the way you go the way of your ancestors. You are born with your culture and tradition. But since these foreigners came, that is, they have conquest mentality. They now use religion and put fire in our land. They now brought us remember fishers of men instead of fishermen. They now became fishers of men. They brought us now out of our own cultures and tradition, and we become vulnerable in their hand. They can now use us as anything. That is why when you see a congregation in our land, they tell them that, look, they scam them anyhow. They are happy even being scammed. You tell them that, look, this is a scam. They are collecting. Why is somebody telling you that Jesus will heal? Look at, I read the news of the other day about Bube Monso. They kidnapped one of his priest brothers. And he have to use his son. He didn't invoke the fire of the Holy Spirit to go and release him. He have to do the doing physically as we are preaching. But you see people that are coming from far and near. People will leave Europe. People will leave America. Give him prayer requests. Father, as you have power, I want you to help me. There is this and that. I'm looking. You give him your request for him to solve through prayer. But when reality hits him, he enter bush. He say, well, boy, he pay money to police. He start shouting police. Do you see the vulnerability? Do you see how vulnerable they turned us into through religion? You become vulnerable because you don't know anything. Where's him? You don't know whether you are butterfly or you are bat or you are bird. You don't know because they have turned you. They removed us from our natural habitat, which is our protection. Because when a fish is inside the river, it breathes there. You move around, it eats there, everything, it feeds there. That is his natural habitat. But when you bring him out, you have killed him. He becomes vulnerable. If you want, you put him in an aquarium, you are on artificial aquarium. That is what they put us through religion. They conjure the fantasies in full our head. Don't worry about this world you are in. Don't worry about it. Anything you see, even in misery, no problem. After all, this one, they quote for you who suffered the misery. The Job suffered. But when you die, you go to heaven. You say, because you are now, it was your thought. It was your thought. You are nothing in their hand. They have removed you from your natural habitat. So you are now, no, you don't, even if you don't enjoy in this world, it doesn't matter. You say, yes, now so. It is written in the book of Joel. They quote for you. That is what is crime against humanity. Even, do you know that what the Europeans did to us? Let me tell you. I know it, even if not in this generation, a generation of Africa will come and start asking for reparations for cultural genocide. I call it cultural. They did for us cultural genocide. That is what they committed against us. By turning against our pantheons, making us, brainwashing us into turning against our own culture and tradition. That is cultural genocide. And when you take a stock, what is happening? Had it been that we all these things, we enter into this religion and everything, our land is okay, we see that this thing is working, who will be talking about it? Who? Nobody. But the more churches are built in our communities, the more evil, the more prostitution, the more lies and evil murder, every bad thing continues happening. The more divisions everywhere. Now, what is the need? That is what they did in our land, and that is what this boy is talking about. When a person in the street, a northerner in the street, knows this thing, he knows this thing, know that the awakening is there, the consciousness is there.
You know, they come and they deceive you people, they give you the religion and they take over the resources of you people. People, the thing that you're supposed to be ruling, something that you're supposed to become dominant for it, they are the one who are dominating it. You can see that. You can see that Hausa man has never become a president in this country. Why? Because Fulani man, they have been deceiving the Hausa people. We are one because of religion, but they never become president. And Fulani, let me tell you, Fulani are not beggars, to be honest. Yes, let me just say the truth. Why is it that Fulani people are not beggars? It's because they are the one who have been hijacking the treasure of this land to themselves.
Do you see what he's saying? Of course, it's true. In the north, do you know that in the north, all those are marginalized you are seeing that are unkempt, those street children, no Fulani person is there. Do you see? They are their boss. They are colonial masters. They make the houses born as they marry for and born. It doesn't matter. They don't have money to. Once they born, now after winning the child, they surrender them to the Fulani masters and they will finish. They will go and the Fulani is imam or marabut will brainwash them, children, so that they become tools in their hands. That is what they are doing. That is what this boy is revealing. It's what we have been saying here on Radio Biafra.
They are the one who have been accumulating the treasure of this country for themselves. So there are children who are staying in the villages with their cows. They don't beg and they don't marry. They don't marry a lot of women. You never see a Fulani marrying, having many children like that. But I don't know why they came and they allowed the Hausa Fulani, they allowed the Hausas to marry, to get more people, to get more population. You know, for me, they want the Hausa people to get more children, more population, so that in times of politics, You know, they talk of democracy is a game of numbers. So they need that numbers, and the outside people are the one producing the children. And you can see the people that they are using to go and to do this killing, majority are the houses. But the one who you will discover leading is a Fulani man. And the leader, the gang role leader is a Fulani man. While the majority that will follow behind are the houses. So they are using the houses to achieve their aim, to achieve their goal. Okay. But now I'm glad that the Hausa people are discovering the truth. Why will a Fulani man come and put something in your mind which is not the real you? They come and they change the real you. Because the Hausa man, I can assure to you, if you live with a Hausa man, is a man that believes that he just need peace. But Fulani man, they came, they changed him. Hausa man become a toxic, he becomes so hard to understand because a Fulani man came and deceived him with a wrong way of lifestyle. What I want the Hausa to do is to stop listening to Fulani because Fulani, they bring division for us. Fulani, they are the cause of our problem that we are having today. Fulani are people that they don't forgive. Yes, that's what I had, and I believe it is like that. They can keep something for 100 of years, and they will achieve it. Our grandparents used to tell us that those are people that they don't used to forgive something. When they want something, they must get it.
I think you've had it. There is nothing to add there. When the message we are giving out here is resonating in the streets of Nigeria, it is encouraging. That is the awakening. I don't know, that is the awakening period. If you are bypassed, or if you bypass this awakening and continue being that thing you think, or you don't want any change, know that we can no longer help you. But what I'm telling you is this, that the restoration of Biafra starts with the restoration of our inner mentality. That is the thing. You know, we are in 2025, since 4 days back. Though it's human being that created everything, the days are the same, but that is it. Because in a social world, a world of human beings, because human beings are social animals, there must be organization. Without organization, we cannot live. Nigeria is not organized. That is why Nigeria jaga jaga. That is why there is insecurity. Let me tell you something. There is a policy. You know, Showore said it. People don't give too much this thing on what he said. That Nigeria has Igbo problem. There is a policy in our land today, to encourage criminality in our land. Others have been given to police and military units that most of the criminals that are being brought, even catch by the people and brought to their station, they should release them. To encourage criminality. That is what is going on. Where they made our land to be lawless. Lawless. So that you being a victim of something, you go to report your case to police, they will tell you, before we do anything, give us money. They will obtain you. People don't understand the policy, what they put in our land. They want us, the caliphate is mad at Mazi because he preempted. He revealed their plan. Although it has been ongoing since 1970, but they wanted to take it slowly, step by step, so that before we can rise up, we realize what is happening, we are no longer here. That is, we will be swallowed completely. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came in a time and started revealing everything. That is why they are mad at him. That is why they are still holding him, for your information. Because of his revelations, he opened the eyes of people. He opened our eyes as a people. So that we start looking for black goats when the sun is still shining. Now, what they resolved now, Nigeria government, the caliphate, they resolved it, as this man has done it now. Let us kuku scatter the land, Igbo land. Let us kuku scatter it with lawlessness, so that they eat themselves raw, so that people will be running away from our land in droves every day. That is their policy. Now. You catch a thief now, you go to a police station in Imo State. Before you know, if they want, before you know, they'll tell you, give us money. You are the victim. Before you know, you go, they release him. Say, oh boy, I better go your way. Go and do more. That is what they are doing in our land today. That is what they are doing. Bemonso said he even as high standard, as high he is in the social status, using religion, in Anambra, in Igbo land. He told the police said, no, we can't go into bush. Imagine that is you. Even after sending them 1 million naira. After sending them, giving them 1 million naira. I said, no, we cannot go. Until they saw that he's serious. Now go and contact his own people, his security agents. But he said, anyone that have a knife, bring. If you have gun, bring. We are going into the bush because they have been tracked. How can a place like Anambra, their police, they don't have a tracker. If there is something, kidnapped victim, they will not agree to track the person. And Soludo is there talking about insecurity. Don't you see what this woman say? That the problem in our land is artificial, is by politicians. They allow it. They support it passively, actively, and passively. They push the ones, support the ones to go and do kidnap people, kill people secretly, covertly. And when they see ordinary criminals also, they leave them. They leave them. They want our land to be completely lawless. The governors we have in our land, the politicians we have in our land, they are not helping issues. What is interesting to them is their political position, to maintain their political position. They don't care whether everybody die, whether, after all, they are going with a retinue of soldiers, military. Do you see? That is why on Wednesday, we are going to talk about the mindset of average Igbo person with political power. I don't know. When you say you want to serve your people, you be ready. You'll be ready to die for your people. As Mazi Kanu is suffering in the DSS dungeon. That is it. That is leading your people. You know the road. You can lose your life. You can go to jail in order to while defending your people. But when your political position is more important to you than your people, which means there is no hope. That is what they are. Oh, do you see any politician in Igbo land, in Biafra, in Anambra in particular, Igbo land in general, comment to talk about what Bemonso said? Do you see the governor say anything? They are shouting insecurity. But they tell you that, look, they kidnapped somebody, they called the police, said track this number. He didn't care to off it, which means even the kidnapped victim might be in the police station. It is them, the police or the military, that kidnapped the person. That is what they do. He said it openly on video. And the governor did not react. He said he had to call another state in order to track this number for me. And they track the number, give him the coordinates. He carry all the location, come back to Anambra police and say, look, I have tried my best, done it. Oh yeah, look at where this man is. Go and take it. He said, no, we don't go into the bush. He gave them 1 million. They said, no, we are not going to the bush. He said, okay, no problem. I will now carry my people, go. Anything that happen, they laugh. They say, okay, sorry, okay, we will go. Which means they know they are the people holding the person. It's common sense. Will the governor come and talk? Because he wants his political position retained. If he talk, they will tell him, they will hush him. Other will come from Abuja. Hey, don't say any, don't go there, leave them. The same way they ordered Governor Peter Obi. When he said, according to him, that he wanted to investigate the Zurifa killing. And the other came from Abuja, said, don't do that. And he left his people. Because of he want to maintain his political ambition, he kept quiet. And the people died. He left the people fatherless. He left the people brotherless. And you tell me that the person will enter into Asorok and defend our interests. Let us remove this sentiment and be reasonable. Let us remove this sheepish culture which the Europeans gave to us, impose on us through their religion. Because they call us sheep and we are sheep. Anything they do, we don't reason. We just follow in like sheep. No, IPOB, we don't follow as sheep. We are human beings. That we are created to be human beings, and that is what we are. We have returned back to our human beingness. That is it. So Ludo, what did tomorrow we come and say hey, security, insecurity, Indian name insecurity. They know what is going on. Order comes from Abuja, say, hey, just be going and playing. If you want to retain your political position, just go and play lip service to the people. Don't enter there. Don't enter there. Don't talk about it. It's not just be saying that the boy, we know, just play the lip service. Come on television, talk about insecurity. We need instead you form another group of killers like Ebubago. That is what they do. Otherwise, if you are a leader, a political leader of your people, what will make you? They kill hundreds of your people extrajudicially. You say you are not aware of it. Okay. You say, okay, I want to investigate. You want to probe about it. They throw them inside the river. And the people started seeing their dead bodies bloating, coming up. And now you say you want to probe them, and the order come from president in a federal republic. And you can say, don't do that. You are a governor, yes. You are the chief security officer of your state. You are the leader of your people. In Anambra, I say, yes. I say, I command you, don't go there. Leave it. Leave those that have died. Let your people suffer. And you keep quiet. And you now say it so that we clap for you. Because everybody seeing the was Atono. Let us prove that we are no longer Atono, please. Let us remove emotion. We are no longer Atono. We are no longer sheep that they call us. Atono. Muton. You know, we are human beings and we have to take back our human beingness. And that is what IPOB, Radio Biafra, is fighting for. So that we take back who we are. We are human beings that should never be controlled by any foreign force. Are you hearing me? So, we must continue. We must continue. As I was saying, let me go. It says read one or two more news headlines before I open the lines. There is this headline of yesterday, the 3rd. It said, why are other countries progressing while Nigeria remains stuck in the Stone Age, by Comrade Ufezi Menelson Ubi. The person I read the article, I think that is making sense. He's talking about corruption. He's on Sahara Reporters of yesterday. And I say, these people, you have educated illiterates. They only vomit what they are being taught in school. They don't go with common sense. You ask, why is there corruption? Corruption is just the symptom of the disease, the main disease. It's not the disease. You have maybe fever. You have a headache, fever, all this humbu, pains in your body. You go to the hospital. They will not just say, okay, you carry medicine, give you. They say, no. Yes, these are the symptoms. Because of this high fever, this headache might be symptom of this disease, of this disease, of this disease. It might be symptom of maybe 4 or 5 diseases. So in order to detect it, they will tell you, go and do tests. They will recommend you, go and do tests. For you to, first of all, for them to know the disease. This is what Nigerians don't know. They start talking about the symptoms. Why do you have corruption in Nigeria? Why is every facet of Nigerian life corrupt? Why is it that immediately you land at Murtala Mohammed Airport, everybody is begging. Okay, find me something now. Now welcome. Find me something now. Now, everybody. Why is it so? There is something terribly wrong. Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria shouldn't be a country. I listened to Tinubu's media chat. Is it on 26th or 25th? I've forgotten, but I listened to it on YouTube. He said something. He said that Nigeria is very big. Very, very big. There's a way he described it. You know that now they think more than him. So I asked, something that is very big, don't you have a mechanism in order to find out what is the, let us dig the root cause of this, because Nigeria is not supposed to be a country. Nigeria is not supposed to be a country. That is the source of the real disease. Remove, disintegrate Nigeria to their natural nations. You see, everybody go and solve their problems by themselves. That's it. That is it. Do you think that we've suffered all these things, people die and perish, and after we have Biafra, somebody will come and steal a public fund in Biafra land as a president or as a Oba or Obi or anything we can call you as the head, the number one citizen. Before God and man, the whole Biafrans will come and our dog, we will tear you into pieces. Biafran population will come and tear you into pieces. But you cannot do that in Nigeria. Do you see the difference? Do you see that? As a nation, you can do that in Oduduwa by Oduduwa people. But you cannot do that in Nigeria. Because when we start anything, they will say, others will gang up against us and support that politician. Before you reach Abuja, they will use a helicopter, gunship, and the jet fighters to kill everybody. But because the people that are killing, they are not Igbo people. They are not Biafrans. So they don't see us as their brothers. Do you see the difference? Remember 2020, the NSAS protest, or NSAS revolution, I call it, is a failed revolution. The northern youths were restrained from protesting. They said they will not join the South in doing that. They were brainwashing them in their mosques, said any person that if you take part in this, which means you are joining infidel, these are infidels. So anything infidel is doing, you do the opposite. They brainwash them because Nigeria is not a country. But had it been we are separate countries as we should be, yeah, bingo. Everybody, every nation will now take care of their people or their political elites or their political leaders the way they want it. That's it. That is why Sri Lanka or Sri Lankans were able, I think last year or last 2 years, we are able to pursue their prime minister from power and burn down the houses of all their senators. They ransacked their houses because they were, first of all, they are one people. We are not one people. We don't have the same core value system. We don't have the same ideology. So when you say A, another one say B, they counter you. The Nigerian politicians use the populations. They know that we are divided in our religious and ethnicities. So they use it. Remember 2020, they put the tribal virus. that Yoruba people, you people, Namumu, the Igbos want to destroy Lagos for you. You people say, Namumu. That word is finished. He did the job. Because we are not one people. But when it comes to Biafra, you cannot do it. Because we are one people. We have one core value. We hate corruption. We hate a looter. We cannot condone it. So no person can use a tribe or any clan to destroy us. It's impossible. Because we have one core value. Once we say Enyimba, Zobu, Enyimba, we go to the presidential house and bring the person down. What others are doing, we do it. But we cannot do it in Nigeria. These are the things that are breeding corruption. Britain, no. They continue pushing us. Stay together. Stay together. Stay together. So, when any person enters office, like Tinubu is a Yoruba man, he is in office now. Most of the Yorubas that are shouting during this Buhari's regime, they now keep quiet, say it's our turn to loot. After all, now property of everybody. They will be talking to themselves, say, oh boy, we no be Mugu, we no be Mumu. Even if our brother, anything they do, make we support them. Do you see why Nigeria cannot develop? Alhaji say if he have learned to support his own person, his own tribal person, even if the person is eating the chopping people, human beings raw, as long as he's in Nigeria or Sorok, he will support him. That is what they fail to understand. There is no way you can have development of a country without having common ideology, having unity of purpose, having organization. Is impossible. We saw it. It's historical. Singapore and Malaysia, they joined together in 1962 because they believed that, they thought that being big, being huge country is more, it has more merits. Now they joined together. What happened? They saw that, oh boy, instead of advancing, they are moving forward, backwards. We are retrogressing. Why? No peace, safe. They started fighting for our own turn. The Malaysians said, no, you people are on our way for 2 years. No. They started fighting for national cake because they don't have the same core values. No unified single, value system. They started fighting for positions. These people will fight so that their own man will be there. The other people will be fighting. They quarrel every time, killing, political killing. Elections is no more free and fair. People will steal election boxes, voters cards, everything. They are no more interested even in development, because before you talk about development, there must be organization, there must be government. And they suffered this after 3 years. They say, oh boy, they took stock. These are human beings. They took stock and say, oh boy, if we continue like this, we are not even going to develop. So it's better we separate ourselves. Malaysia just pursue Singapore. Say, I beg, we don't want to. I beg, go stay as a country. Let us stay. Today, what is happening? Singapore is developed. Malaysia is also highly developing. They are doing healthy competition. That is how it will be whenever we have our different nations, natural nations, that we are forced together under gunpoint. Under gunpoint. There is something I wrote on Facebook. When I look at the comment, there is one Yoruba boy that commented. If you don't even comment on right, or he said, you people talking Tinubu. What of we P2B do? There is a way he put carry P2B, just tribal jingoists. Tell him, look, this is why Nigeria cannot move forward. Because everybody is every people are defending their own criminals. So nobody is interested in development. Anything they use Yoruba man say, nah, let him be there. Now at least. Now our man. If not thief, let him thief. But if they have their own country, they will never allow such. They will program themselves in a way, they organize themselves in a way that will allow for progress. Because all of them are one people. The same thing like us, Biafrans, we are one people. So we will no more enter into political looting. Allow our politicians to be, who are you? Who born you? People will gather and demonstrate and come to you, remove you from office direct. That is one thing they don't talk about. When you say, they say, no, this person, you are you talking about Biafra. No, but we have to, that is it. When people talk about only corruption is a byproduct. Corruption is a byproduct, the symptoms of a very giant disease. Nigeria is not meant to be a country and shouldn't be a country. There is no country with different fundamental core values competing with each other that will ever progress. It's impossible. Bring Afghanistan, put it as part of United States. They will have the same problem. They will have the same problem. Because they will like to say, oh, the way these people dress, American dress is not, no. We don't. There will be problems every time because they don't have the same value. That is what they force us to stay together, to live like that, because it is to the advantage of the West. Britain is enjoying it. They want us to continue fighting so that we will not have time to develop our natural talent, and they are looting our natural resources. It is a ploy, normal, simple political ploy. But because they have put people that are benefiting from this misery, which they call politicians, they continue pulling everybody together, say we must be one. We must be one. Nigeria is the only country that yesterday is better than today. Last year, 2024 will be better than 2025. It's only in Nigeria. Others are progressing, developing. Look at simple electricity. Give the population electricity, they say no. They will take the money and tear it into pieces and go and bank it in America, in Dubai, everywhere abroad. Electricity. There is nothing they give to our people. The population is suffering. They miss. Oh, black man is wicked. Nigerian people, I'm talking of even Nigeria. Nigerians are wicked. Do you remember when there was one broadcast, Mazi was shouting, saying Nigerians are dishonest, wicked, very evil people. That is, these are people, human beings. I don't know which type of human beings they are. That is why I used to say, if Nigeria continues to exist for another 50 years, I am telling you that Nigeria will bring out another brood of human beings that is different from others. That is different from mainstream human being. Because in a place where there is no organization, everything is jaga jaga, people, no electricity, you see that Nigerians are mad. Every Nigerian is mad. Now we are. But do they know? They don't know. First, the trauma caused by different things and situations. Generator, electric generator, pollution, military, soldier. Mostly in Biafra land, every family, every person is suffering from one trauma or the other, traumatized. He will take people carry loads and loads of sorrow in their body, moving from one place to another. You don't know. This is artificially made. They sentence us into misery. Now, last but not the least, let me talk about this because Mazi Chinasa say ihem na amaho ya putakwo ka so that kamna, because this thing is what happened since almost 2 years back. But because we are just hearing it, I want us to to just think about this. I want us to just have a retrospect about this. Because I see that many of our people are annoyed, and rightly so. But let me tell you something. In this struggle, there is something I've told myself, and I continue saying it. It will be an advice. Instead of you to be annoyed and throw your thing, please be annoyed and pick up your thing. Kama ị ga-abụ ọnụ ma ị nọrọ na iwe were iwe tofuo ihe gị were iwe tụtụgara ya. Is ọwụ ilu. You know, I'm not a supporter of Barcelona. I mean, yes, Messi. When Messi was in Barcelona, but sometimes I watch his game. I admire him. Whenever they lose or they are losing, and Lionel Messi is annoyed, you will see him. He will bring out all his best, and before you know, maybe they will win. That he will score and they will win. It's different from his rival, Ronaldo. Ronaldo, once he's frustrated, he's annoyed, he becomes frustrated. Okoya now was nonsense. So, what am I trying to say? Whenever we are annoyed of one thing, let it be a catapult, act as fuel to catapult us more forward, so that to put more gear in this struggle. What am I saying? Many of us are annoyed that the siblings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is having heavy interference in what we are doing. Which is right. It's true. I mean, it's true. It's a true story. You know, what we are doing, we are not being paid. We are not being paid, and never allow to be paid. I will never accept. Because that is the joy, that you are doing something that will impact or have impact, positive impact in our people. It's a joy. But what we are doing, our ambitions and motives is different from these Kanu siblings. I want you to understand that. So that when you are annoyed, they want us to live with annoyance, so that they will fill the gap with their crooks and now destroy or channel everything to their liking. Which means I use ZI, I was the user. How was the now? No, we will not do it. I got this struggle. We will see the head. I got here. Now, this headline that has been making waves everywhere, it is there because it is them that reveal it. Tinubu's refusal to honor Seyi's pact with us, disappointing Nnamdi Kanu's family. Tell me, in a global movement like this, and you think in this 21st century you can use people in order for you to have your way? It's not possible now. That's why I say we are here. I know about. We are here. Whatever these people they have done or they are doing, IPOB is out of it. You know, they use IPOB as a name in order. And remember, What brings them to the limelight is IPOB. Without IPOB, they are nothing. Now, let me ask. During the campaign period, presidential campaign period, 2022, how do you think a reasonable human being that you are going to make a pact with Tinubu and he will honor it? It's just like wine. You know now. Hey, don't worry, I'll buy you an aeroplane. Anything he say yes. In an equiyama. You know, that's why I say our people don't even know politics. And I know what you know, they say they didn't say how much they collected from the boy or from the man. Say they didn't talk about money there. And this is because I am sure that that's okay. Okay. They thought that we are not sheeps. I am man. We are no more man. You understand me? If you have a structure, IPOB, the formidability of IPOB is because we are many. We are in the millions all over the world. And we have organogram, we have structure, which the DOS is in charge. And the DOS didn't know about this type of movement. What do you think? Is he not telling us that we are just using you? So that's why they want, don't talk about the election. No, don't worry. Do you see what IPOB is suffering? I mean the leadership. Do you see that? That's why I first of all tell our people not to feel that you are being used. No, continue now, because this struggle. Hey, do you see this struggle? I am telling you. Now. All of us, we have equal stake in this struggle. That is why we sacrifice our time, our money, everything. People have died. The other day, they murdered Ikechukwu Gua in the presence of his family for this struggle. Mother chair that he will use this struggle to play for us. Go where take leverage, negotiate. No, we are not talking against any kind of negotiation, but you don't disrespect IPOB. These are disrespecting millions of people. We are not going to be Nigerian population whereby anything goes. It's impossible. Otherwise, what are we doing now? Why go now? Nigeria? What are we doing? Why are we then rising up? Because we want to get away from the system in Nigeria. You understand? The family of the detained leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, have expressed disappointment over the failure of President Ahmad Bola Tinubu to honor an alleged agreement with his son, Seyi, and the family before the 2023 general election. You know, why? Oh yeah, that is the thing. Because of greed. Do you see the same mistake they made? Now, what Biafran should be asking, what is the position of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case? What is the position? No. Imagine that this state of limbo is there during the time of Ozekome and Ejiofor, Barrister Ejiofor. Imagine all hair would have gotten broken. Imagine. What I'm saying is kind of change. That is why I'm saying, Wednesday we'll discuss about it. Igbo man with power. What is the mindset? You know, we need to research more. So how do they think? Why do they remain primitively selfish? Primitive selfishness. You can do it. Now, who are you in a Kano family? You see, they are talking of Kano family. What position is Kano family? Do we come to this struggle because his name is Kano, his surname is Kano? No. We had the voice of our leader, and we contemplated in what he said, on what he was saying, and we saw that, yes, now this man is making sense. And we came to help, because Biafra is not for him. He have said this several times. It's not for only him. It's not for only Afara Ibeku. It's for all of us. That is why we are giving helping hands. We are helping ourselves. But these people, they took it as it's their senior elder brother's investment, so they have the final say. It doesn't go like that. It doesn't go like that. Because if we accept it, which means we are still sheep, now. It doesn't go like that. It doesn't go like that. We are doing this for the love we have for ourselves, for our nation. That is it. We love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He opened our eyes. But his brothers, his siblings, should not take advantage. His siblings should not take advantage. That is why I still continue asking Igbo people, the mentality of average Igbo man with political power. See Igbo man that has money even. See how he behaves. You see, what is the name of this man? That is a millionaire. Is he millionaire or billionaire in Naira? What will I call it? What is his name? If he's moving, Emeka Ofo, and the other one. If he's moving, even his entourage is more than that of Tinubu. You will think that he owns Nigeria as Igbo man. But if you see Dangote moving, very, very simple. Do you see the difference? Two of them, who is more wise? Who has more money? Dangote has more. Dangote can buy Emeka for 100 times. But Emeka for makes noise. And the other, Atoeze, yes, Atoeze, I want to say. Atoeze makes more noise than Dangote. Do you see the mindset of Igbo man? Do you see why people, they call us that we are not mature politically? We only make noise just to show. Why I'm saying that this is inside our blood? Nnamdi Azikiwe did it, and they use it against him. Our people cannot even think. Nnamdi Azikiwe want to just be on a motorcade as a president. He doesn't care whether he has power or he don't have power. Just to showcase to our, if he visit Onitsha, come to motorcade, limousine, they say, hey, Zik of Africa. But is he really Zik of Nigeria? Talk less of Zik of Africa. If you are talking about the real Pan-Africanists, hardly you put Azikiwe name. Is Julius Nyerere. You hear names like Julius Nyerere. You hear names like what are their names? Kwame Nkrumah, Patrice Lumumba, all of them. Jomo Kenyatta. You hear all their names. Hardly you hear Azikiwe. But during his time, he was using Modoke to deceive ndị Igbo that no kwa ya nwezi ụwa niile, and now say, hey, ndị ọcha kwara ya aka from aeroplane, ya dawo, ya dapo, turns into feather. Nonsense, a primitive mindset. That is what they think. So it cannot work. Whatever they are doing is good. Let them be doing it on the Kano family and remove IPOB because it's an insult. That is why anything that happens, you see, you people don't know what the leadership of this struggle is suffering internally. Sometimes, if there is any video that is released of ESN as they are, pursuing Fulani headsmen inside our bush, do you know that this kind of family, they will carry the thing, go show maybe governors, some Igbo governors. That na wote go mkpụrụmgbo ego nka. Ịhụrụ na na-arụ. Lee ya here, ịhụrụ ya anyị na-achọ ha. Anyị na-enyere ụnụ aka na-achụpụ ndị Fulani a. Ebunye ha ego. Hey, Chineke. Now I start asking, Zeke, he chop money, he don't die. He don't know where money there again. The deputy president of Buhari, Shagari, what is his name? The Igbo man. That money was given in order to build the seaport in Onitsha. He used it to go and build hotels everywhere. I think you people had it. What is his name again? The deputy president during the time of Shagari. Please, somebody inbox me the name. I don't know. Sometimes your head will just close. He used it. He used the money we used to build, at least good seaport to go dredge River Niger, so that ships will be moving. Something that would have lasted forever. For now, no, he pocketed it and used it and built hotels everywhere. All those hotels are old model now. Some maybe have closed. That is the mindset of Igbo man. The only thing that will solve this is for the people to rise up. Are you hearing me? When the people, Alex Ekweme, yes, thank you very much, Mazi. Alex Ekweme, today he is no more. Alex Ekweme is no more. But no legacy, he built the hotels. There was a time when Oliver de Cook, maybe late 90s or early 2000, 2002, 2003, something like that. I've forgotten the date. I was listening on Focus on Africa, BBC, Focus on Africa that day, that evening. And they were interviewing, BBC was interviewing Oliver de Cook. Oliver de Cook he doesn't make any single sense. He started telling, I am the first. I listened to it, even I was ashamed at that time. I said, what is this man talking? Another thing on our call, on a boost. I am the first person to bring I don't know, he said how many pieces of pan in Igbo land. Line oil up. When he say 20 pieces, I bought them. I knew chassis. Even the interviewer, the BBC interviewer, cut him off. Say, I know he was even ashamed of himself. Yes, he said, Alex Ekweme. Thank you, Mazi. I know. So, let us favor legacy. Legacy that should benefit our people, generations coming forever. Laying legacy. Let us favor it than to money. Now you gather the whole money. And after everything, you eat the one, you spend the one you can. You go holiday in Dubai, go to this and that. After, when your time reaches to die, you will die. That your money, maybe your children will useless them. You will be forgotten. But once you lay a legacy, it will never be forgotten. That is what our people fail to understand. Azikiwe want to be the president of Nigeria. Only he doesn't care at whose expense. He doesn't care to understand the detail. That is not his problem. Now, I want to discuss with you on the discuss. Ahmad Bello with Britain. I don't care, but me wanna go now. Make Britain go. You see now. I want to just be president. Finish. That's it. And we are in the catastrophe we are today. Alex Ekweme did the same thing. They gave him money. According to the revelation. Shagari told him to build a seaport in Onisha. And he failed to do that. He diverted the money, used it to build hotels. I've forgotten the names of the hotel. I know now the oldest hotels are old-fashioned. And he is dead. Nothing. That was why when Buhari entered power, he saw the thing. He saw, sometimes we need to even look very well before criticizing. Buhari took him and put him inside. A people that can be like this, what else? What else can they not do for money? What else? He want to live that lifestyle, very exorbitant lifestyle, so he can do anything. He doesn't care. We are talking about Biafra. That is not his. It doesn't concern him. He will just use it to motivate. Well, Biafra. Now maybe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's brother now. I beg. If he go collect money, he go negotiate. He underrates what we are doing. He undermines the hierarchy of what we are doing. Without IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is nothing. Without IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot come out. Without IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be relegated. We are at his back. That is why when we talk, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu speaks, Nigeria shake. Because Grigriwu Gweze. Let the siblings stop this their character. It is highly shameful. It is highly shameful. If these people are wise, they will be, coordinating with the leadership in anything. What is wrong with it? No person is trying to overthrow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, their brother. No. Nobody. He's our leader. But we must do the right thing. We must do the right thing. Or they must do the right thing. Because they should not take our loyalty to stupidity. Just like Okorocha, he used Apuga, enter office. Ojukwu, I think, blessed him. When he become governor, he do shege to everybody and join APC. That is the character of Igbo. Now, these people that met Tinubu during campaign, in the heat of campaign, what do you think that he will say? He will say, no, I will not release him. He will agree. Immediately I enter the following day, I'm releasing him. The release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's problem is even much more than Tinubu. He cannot take one singular action or decision. There are many. Britain is behind everything. There are many interest groups, for your information. That is why we need to be tactical and be in unity, in unison in what we are doing. Not using his incarceration to collect money by his siblings. He was in Kenya for how many days? They hid it. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in 2015, that same afternoon, Mazi, the deputy, our deputy, that time, came out immediately and said, breaking news. I listened to it. There is breaking news. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been arrested in Lagos. So that let him do, so that we start in time. Doing things in time. Had it been these people revealed that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was was kidnapped in Kenya. IPOB will never allow Kenya to bring him back. It's impossible. It doesn't matter how power. When we, there is a way Britain works. When we demonstrate, when we protest everywhere around the world, even in Kenya, raise awareness, they will be forced to follow the rule of law. They say, okay, no, wait, okay, that's it. But they hid it because they have ulterior motive. See, we must continue. Dear friends and lovers of freedom, this is where I'm going to switch off the phones, please. People are calling, but still, I will no more take any other call, please. I apologize if I didn't pick your call. It's not intentional. I will not pick everybody's call. I cannot. So, as we have been saying, Biafra remains our focus point, our focal point. It is nothing other than Biafra. Why we always expose all this is to let our people understand that Biafra is where we are going, where we are heading. Any person that is maybe having in mind in order to sell this struggle or use it as a leverage for one thing or the other, personal interest, it can never work. We all are in this. We can never continue allowing the sentiment of Biafrans to be used for personal purposes as our politicians are doing. We have suffered enough. We have suffered enough. That is why we must make sure to protect this struggle jealously. We are trained by Mazi, so we understand what it means. So when the siblings are going at the background, doing whatever they like with IPOB, they can do anything with their family name. There is no problem, but let them stop mentioning IPOB. There's no problem about it. I thought they used to release a press statement using Mazi family or siblings. Why did they stop? It shows you when you make mistake several times, you become a fool. You become a fool. You make mistakes normally. A normal human being, a wise person makes a mistake only once. Now he learn. He will learn. They go individual and, in Kenya, they failed. In UK, they failed in their court. They failed. They struck a deal, or should I say, not striking a deal. Binta Nyako deceived them into pursuing the dinosaurs in Nigerian law, San Ozekome and Barrister Jofo, that have suffered everything. The people that they are afraid of, Binta Nyako deceived them into blackmailing them into to get out. And they did. Promising them that once they did that, they will, Mazen Amdekano will be given bail. It's just like you want a loan in a bank. Bank will tell you, go and destroy your collateral. Say your collateral, come, I'll give you a loan. When will they learn? Every time they are like, what is it? What is in the mindset of these people? It's one thing I cannot understand. They trust. There is nothing. This is a very serious movement. I mean, a very serious business that concerns the lives of people. So you don't easily accept all this deception. Binta Nyako deceived them. We were shouting, talking, that these people stop going this way you are going. There is no road there. And they happened. They deceived our leader. Our leader came to court believing them that, look, he will be going on bail. They will be granting him bail. Of which IPOB, right from the time we have received judgment of discharged and acquitted by appeal court, What else do they want? Let us stop there and continue campaigning, leveraging on that. They said no, they have to do it in their own way. Okay, they did it. What happened? The following 15th of December 2023, that they scheduled the court for the day they thought that they will grant the bail through the new lawyer, through the new attorney. They deceived Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He came out on the court. He came into the court with full confidence, and that's why he kneeled down for this one. A whole litter of indigenous people of Biafra. Yaga ya no nya n'aka ma ndị iro ya ganya ha na-emezi ya ka onye ihe a leper. Very, very shameful because of their deception. And they still don't learn. Anything they tell them, they take, they accept. Because of maybe after they'll give them money. This money. How, when are we going to cut the money? Let us build a system. That is what we are trying to do. Let us sacrifice and build a legacy, a system. A viable system. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is clamoring for. That is what IPOB stands for. Not individual money. Individual money. You see, even in Nigeria, Igbo is the richest tribe. They say Igbo. Okay, and then what happened? Do we have a nice system? What of electricity do we have? Nothing. Why can't we, continue fighting to build a system? That system now where everybody will be prosperous, not living on privilege, as in religion. Because depending on religion gives you privilege. You need your personal blessing. It's a privilege, not right. You'll be begging, praying. You are begging. I want anything. It's a true begging, true prayer for you personally. No. We need a system that works for everybody. As you are listening to my voice, why you are in America is because the system works and you are doing well. America is not your country. Joe Biden is not from Igbo land. He's not from Ijo land. He's not from Yoruba land. But they created a system that is working for everybody. Anybody that enters there, the system covers you. That is the right. You have right. That is what we are trying to do. Not a privilege where you will ask a religious person, what is the importance of the benefit of religion in our... He said, no, my person, he will convert everything to my personal experience. It's not what we are talking about. Ask an armed robber, a former armed robber that has made money, that maybe he built some institutions or some houses today that is no more an armed robber. Ask him, he say armed robber favored him. Something favoring you individually does not give it a standard that it is good, that it is the right thing. Because you can use armed robbery and also make money and change business, build houses and rent it out, and you relax. Not every armed robbery is being caught. So for that, you cannot measure it that, oh no, this is my armed robbery is good because it favors me. What we are talking is what the standard that favors everybody, a system. The same way, if you have a visa go to Germany, you'll be happy because you know that the system is there already waiting to accept you. If you abide by their rules, no privilege is a right. You will go there. As long as you get your paper, you have the right to. Your right is job. You get a job. It's your right, not a privilege. It's not something that favors you individual. It's a system created in order to favor everybody. Let us stop, seeking for individual interests. Something that favors me. Oh, religion, I pray to Jesus and he favors me. He gives me life. And others died because of bad road, but he gives you life. And because of that, you are now, pushing it that it is the right thing. You are taking it as a standard. Let us understand the issues, please. That is what Biafra restoration is. all about. After all, there are many of us even that are doing well, even under Nigeria, individually. But we know that as a people, it doesn't favor you just individual. You have to go and beg, you have to serve, you have to be, make a contact with your Alhaji, you have to send your container through Alhaji's name so that in order to hide your Igbo-ness, all these things, you still sell and make money. But is it a right? There is a privilege. We don't want privilege. We want right. A place whereby we will stay and feel at home. The same way as you are in Texas right now, you feel at home because the law protects you. You know, the whole thing you are doing is right. It's your right, not a privilege. You can proudly stand and quote your right, but in our land you cannot do it. You are passing through road and military checkpoints. They will stop you. If you don't, they can shoot and kill you because you have no right. These are all the things we are talking about in order to build a vibrant society, a system that works for all of us. Stop using your personal interests as a standard in order to push something or to prove that something is good because it favors me. You can be a thief that succeeded. Does it mean that stealing is good? No, but you succeeded with it. As I said, an armed robber, you can have people that name armed robbery, but for 10 years, you favor him and he stopped. He built fortune with armed robbery. Does it mean that armed robbery is good? It's not that. We are looking to build a system that gives everybody rights, that covers everybody. That when you enter into that system, you are covered, not privileged. You have the right. That is what Biafra Restoration stands for. So for religious people, please stop using your standard. Whenever I used to hear this, and it used to give me a headache. What is the benefit of religion in our land? They would start telling you that it's personal. Once I experience it and it worked for me. We are not asking you what works for you. We are asking you what works for us as a people. For your information. So let us be wise. Thank you for listening. Biafra remains our religion. Biafra remains who we are. It is our ideology. And we must continue. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our leader and must be released. It doesn't matter what his brothers and his siblings are doing. We must continue. And Biafra must surely come. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi, Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.